Good evening, NWS Revolution members and viewers. This is your NWS Head of Talent Relations, Michael Cole, and I got a special guest with me. Please introduce yourself. Mischief Mikey Mueller, the NWS Board of Directors Chairman in the house. And today, me and Mischief Mikey Mueller are going to give you our NWS Revolution Impact Open Fight Night review. The commentators for the show was hailing from the Pepsi Center in Denver, Colorado, and the commentators for the show today were me, Michael Cole, and Mischief Mikey Mueller. And just so that you know, Joe Galli and Dan Lambert will be back on commentary next week on Revolution Impact. Okay, I'm going to stop the first segment of the night. It goes, NWS COO Cody Mercer opens the show talking about how pissed off he is at Randy Orton for RKOing him twice in 2 weeks and says it will not happen for a third time. Mercer says next week is the official contract signing between him and Orton. Mercer then rants about how he is sick and tired of being a punching bag. Week after week, he is the NWS undisputed heavyweight champion, and he is the chief operating officer. He is supposed to be treated with respect, and he will not take being a victim anymore. These attacks on me may got to stop, as Mercer yells at Orton. Orton is gonna get what he has coming to him. And if Orton comes out and RKOs him out of nowhere right now, he will regret it. Mercer hands the mic to General Manager Don Callis. Callis says he is fining Randy Orton $300,000 for assaulting Cody Mercer unprovoked. Callis then says, don't mess with the Don Callis family and don't mess with the Elite Blood Warriors, as he hands the mic to Assistant General Manager Paul Heyman. Heyman then talks about rights and wrongs in MWS Revolution and how he is the evil genius of MWS, the big creative guy, and now that he has power in MWS, he is untouchable. Heyman says he has heard rumors about Cody Rhodes returning in the summer, and if he does, it will be a big mistake. Heyman then talks about how Randy Orton has always been jealous of his opponents he faces, and how he is jealous of Cody Mercer and all his accomplishments he has achieved in MWS. Orton, as he said last week, is another Cody Rhodes 2.0, and come Memorial Day Massacre, he will learn the word F-A-F-O. Fuck around and find out. As Heyman drops the mic, the Elite Blood Warriors and the Don Callis family make their exit. This was an interesting segment, but just basically Cody Mercer bitching and complain about Randy Orton. I was just, well, you did say you weren't going to get RKO'd for 3 times in a row, but guess what happened after your match, which I'll get to later. Mischief Mikey Mueller. It was a great promo from Cody Mercer. Cody Mercer means business, Michael Cole. He means business. And you don't have to say the F word, Michael Cole. Do it again. I don't care if you're reading, but if you do it again, I will wash your mouth out with soap. But this was a good segment. Cody Mercer means business, and Randy Orton, after what you did to Cody Mercer later last night, will not go down unpunished. Cody Mercer is going to get his revenge on you, Randy Orton, whether you like it or not. Now, I'm going to read the next match, the first match. NWS Tag Team Championships. Michael Scars Minor and Robert Goodman with General Manager Don Callis in the corner defeated the Hood Syndicate Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin. This was the second match as Scars and Bob of the Hood Syndicate battled it out for the tag team titles. Both teams look good. Lashley spears both Minor and Wob and gives him a bunch of wrestling moves, and Shelton takes down Scars and Wob. Then Wob suplexes Lashley, and Shelton then F5s them. Scars bombs both Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin as Wob McGovern and Michael Scars deliver the double tombstone pile driver to get the pinfall and retain the NWS tag team titles. Winners and still NWS tag team champions Michael Scars Mine and Wob McGovern. Good match. I mean, Michael Scars Mine and Wob McGovern are the best tag team in the NWS Revolution. They are bringing prestige to those NWS tag team titles. And now, next segment, Michael Cole. What'd you think of the match? It was a good match, I gotta say. Michael Scars Minor and Wob McGovern are bringing a whole lot of prestige to the NWS tag team titles, as you said, Mr. Mikey Miller. Then, in the office of NWS Revolution, in the office of NWS World Heavyweight Champion and NWS Revolution owner, chairman, CEO Scott Casey Gale, also known as Scooter St. William, he is giving a pep talk to NWS commentators Joe Galli and Dan Lambert, hyping them up for their matches, saying they are the best NWS commentators he has ever had, and they deserve respect. I hope Don Callis and he hopes Dan Lambert beats the hell out of Don Callis at Memorial Day Massacre and shuts him up. And he hopes Joe Galli beats the stuffing out of Mischief Mikey Miller and knocks his teeth down his bitch-ass throat. Galli says he will do just that. Mischief Mikey Miller takes exception to that and on commentary and says he resents that even though Scooter is going to become his adopted father, he better watch his mouth or he will get the soap again. Then a major spanking. And Mikey says he will slap Scooter and make him sit in his lap again. Good God. Mikey, you are a weirdo. You know that? You are a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I did not like what Scott said. Yes, even though that Scott Casey Gale, also known as Scooter St. William, is going to be my new father at Memorial Day Massacre, that does not give him the right to disrespect me like that. And after the show went off the air, I did punish Scooter St. William. And then back now, let's get Michael Cole. Read it. Backstage, a willing Cody Mercer is looking over his shoulder and all around for Randy Orton as Don Callis and Paul Heyman tell him not to worry as Randy Orton will be dealt with at Memorial Day Massacre because, as Paul Heyman says, as of right now, it's all hands on deck. Then it's match number 2 for the NWS United States Championship. Rocky Romero with General Manager Don Callis defeated Steve Macklin. This was a good back-and-forth match, but in the end, Rocky Romero retains, win, and still NWS United States Champion Rocky Romero. This was indeed a good match. Match number 3, NWS Intercontinental Championship match. Brian Cage with General Manager Don Callis defeated Brian Myers. This was the third match of good wrestling, and Brian Cage defeated Brian Myers in a really good match for the NWS Intercontinental title. Win and still NWS Intercontinental Champion Brian Cage. Gotta say, Brian Cage has impressed me. I like what he's doing. But unfortunately, he's in the Don Callis family. Next segment, Mikey. Thank you, Michael Cole, buddy O'Pell. Cody Mercer is pep talking the Elite Blood Warriors and Don Callis family, saying how proud he is of them having all the NWS titles except for the World Heavyweight title, which is held by Scooter St. William. Mercer says we are stronger than ever and we will become the most steadily dominant force NWS has ever had. And he's right. Then the Don Callis family and the Elite Blood Warriors are the best stable the NWS Revolution has ever had. And I'm proud to be a member of the Don Callis family, and I am proud to be a member of the Elite Blood Warriors. Next, this was a match number 4. Vinny Joe defeated Ace Austin. Another great wrestling match as Vinny and Ace squared off with excellent wrestling moves and submissions. In the end, Vinny Joe plants the Vinny Bomb for the win. Win of Vinny Joe. Yeah, this was a good match. Good. It's good to see Vinny Joe back. Vinny Joe is impressive. What do you say, Michael Cole? Yes, it's good to see Vinny Joe back. He is kicking ass and taking names, and he truly is making a name for himself here in the NWS Revolution. Now it's match number 5. Brian Fury defeated Cody Deaner. Fury and Deaner had a strong wrestling match. Both wrestlers looked great, and Fury finished up Cody Deaner with the Razor's Edge winner, Brian Fury. Brian Fury is, ever since he came back, he's been on a winning streak, and the question is, when is Brian Fury going to cash in his 2025 Money in the Bank contract? And who is he going to cash it on? Is he going to cash it on Cody Mercer, or is he going to cash it on Scooter St. William? Only time will tell. And I can't wait to read this next match. Match number 6. NWS play-by-play commentator Joe Galli defeated General Manager Don Callis with assistant the General Manager Paul Heyman. This was a fun match as Joe Galli and Don Callis wrestled back and forth. Galli actually had surprisingly cool wrestling moves for being a non-wrestler and ended up delivering a high-flying moonsault on Don Callis for the pinfall. Winner Joe Galli via pinfall with high-flying moonsault. After the match, Joe Galli took a water bottle, drank some, then dumped the rest of it on Mischief Mikey Milner's face. Joe Galli then drank more water. Mischief Mikey Milner then complained and said that water bottle is full of germs as Mikey gets Perel hand sanitizer wipes and cleans his face. As Michael Cole, was laughing. And I loved it. I'm glad Joe Galli beat Don Callis. That was amazing. And also when Joe Galli dumped water out over the face and head of Mischief Mikey Milner here. What do you say to that, Mikey? Getting water dumped on you. I cannot believe Joe Galli did that to me. I was just doing what was my job, and he has the audacity to take a sip of a water bottle and dump it over my face and my head. That water is full of germs. I had to have my face sanitized. After I had to sanitize my face with Perel hand sanitizing wipes. And I had to clean my face up really good. It's full of germs. It's not... he should not be doing it. It's not sanitary. It's full of his germs, and I could have catched the cold. I could have catched the flu. I had to go, but I did go to the doctor this morning, and I'm 100% fine. So nice try, Joe Galli. And at Memorial Day Massacre, the pay-per-view, I'm going to get my revenge on you in that arm wrestling match, Joe Galli. And I'm going to teach you a lesson in self-respect. Don't you ever do that to me again, Joe Galli, or I will have you arrested for assault and battery. Assault and battery? He did not slap you. He did not even punch you or shove you or anything. All he did was dump water on your head, Mikey, because you were messing around with Joe Galli. Joe Galli got tired of you bullying him and teasing him and making fun of him and disrespecting him. So he decided to dump water. But it's not more, but it's far more than what he's going to do to you at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. Mr. NWS Board of Directors Chairman, Mr. NWS Hardcore Champion. And it was match number 7. NWS color commentator Dan Lambert defeated Giant Vinci, who had assistant general manager Paul Heyman in his corner. This was a 7 matches. Lambert wasted no time taking down Giant Vinci, then fought back and dropped Dan Lambert with the death sentence. Went to pin him, but Joe Galli interfered and put Lambert's foot on the rope. As this was another fun match. Lambert regained consciousness, low blow Giant Da Vinci as the referee allowed it. Don Callis ran down to interfere, only to eat an RKO from Scooter St. William. Scooter then beats the hell out of Giant Da Vinci and tosses him in the ring. Lambert then clothesline from hell. They clothesline from hell Johnny Da Vinci, then spears him and plants a jackhammer on Da Vinci for the pinfall. When the Dan Lambert via pinfall with clothesline from hell, spear and jackhammer, as this match lasted 10 minutes. And this was a fun match. I'm glad that Dan Lambert defeated Giant Da Vinci fair and square. Mikey, fair and square. And says a commentary from me, Michael, called Mischief Mikey Miller was phenomenal and funny as hell. Mischief Mikey was pro-heel on commentary, saying Scooter should be reprimanded and fined for that, as he tells Scooter he is in huge trouble with him later on. Wow. That's all you ever do, Mikey, is complain. Complain? No. I mean, Dan Lambert see, Johnny Da Vinci would have won if Scooter St. William did not interfere and attack Johnny Da Vinci. So the only reason why Dan Lambert won Michael Cole is because of Scooter St. William. Yes, he is getting punished tonight. If Scooter St. William goes live, I will wash his mouth out with soap. I will slap him. I will beat the stuffing out of him. I will put him over my knee and give him a hardcore spanking. And if he tries to run away, I will make him sit on my lap. See, that's the only reason why Dan Lambert won. Dan Lambert got lucky, courtesy of Scooter St. William. Okay? Michael Cole, Scooter St. William. And then there was the co-main event. NWS Heavyweight Championship. NWS Cody Mercer with Assistant General Manager Paul Heyman in this corner defeated Mustafa Ali. This was the co-main event as Mercy and Ali wrestled back and forth with move after move. Ali did all his finishes on Mercer. Mercer then delivered the Mercer Stunner, Mercer Bomb, Attitude Adjustment, and Spear on Mustafa Ali for the pinfall to retain the NWS Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. Winner and still NWS Undisputed Heavyweight Champion Cody Mercer via pinfall with Mercer Stunner, Mercer Bomb, Attitude Adjustment, Spears. This match lasted 15 minutes and 16 seconds. After the match, Randy Orton out of nowhere RKO's Cody Mercer for the third time in 3 weeks. Cody Mercer lays unconscious. And you know what? I just got done talking to Cody Mercer, and he is in a foul mood, Michael Cole. As a matter of fact, Cody Mercer is in the foulest of moods. He is angry and he is ticked off. He is not very happy, and he is going to respond to Randy Orton RKOing him 3 weeks in a row. And next week, Cody Mercer is going to punish Randy Orton for what he did, because Cody Mercer said he will not take a 4th RKO in a row in 4 weeks. That is not going to happen. And then after the match, back from the break, Cody Mercer is being helped to his limousine as he angrily says, Orton is going to pay for this next week, and these stupid fans will not like it because of karma. Michael Cole. Okay, here's what Cody Mercer said, that crybaby. Crybaby Cody Mercer is being helped to his limousine as he angrily says Orton is going to pay for this next week, and these stupid fans will not like it because karma is a bitch. And then it's the main event, NWS World Heavyweight Championship. NWS Revolution owner, chairman, CEO Scott Casey Gale, also known as Scooter St. William, defeated Jacob Fatu. This was the main event as Scooter and Fatu wrestled back and forth with move and submission after move and submission. Fatu hit Scooter with all his finishing moves, and Scooter bottom. Fatu gave him the people's elbow, the blue thunder bomb, and nailed him with an RKO for the pinfall to retain the NWS World Heavyweight title. Winner and still NWS World Heavyweight Champion, Scooter St. William via pinfall with RKO as this match lasted 16 minutes. After the match, an embarrassed and humiliated Giant Vinci due to losing to color commentator Dan Lambert attacks Scooter. Johnny Da Vinci attacks Scooter St. William, hits him with the World Heavyweight title, and drops him with the death sentence through the announce table as he runs to the back with fans calling him loser. Mischief Mikey Miller tells an unconscious Scooter St. William he deserved it, as Michael Cole say that was a cowardly attack from NWS World Heavyweight Champion Johnny Da Vinci. What more is he gonna do? What's gonna happen at Memorial Day Massacre? And then Michael Cole say, we are out of time. Good night, everybody. Mischief Mikey Miller then picks up an unconscious Scooter St. William, carries him over his shoulder, and takes him backstage to serve as discipline and punishment as the show goes off the air. I gotta say, this is a great Revolution Impact Open Fight Night. I mean, we had a lot of great matches. Cody Mercer getting RKO'd 3 times in a row. 3 times in a row. That is priceless. And I cannot wait to see what Cody Mercer is going to say when next time he cuts a promo. Because he is pissed off. And I'm glad Cody Mercer's pissed off. Michael Cole, I'm seeing Cody Mercer get 3 RKOs in a row in 3 weeks. And yes, Cody Mercer is expected to retaliate to Randy Orton and his vicious attacks. But Cody Mercer deserved those vicious attacks. And next week, Joe Galli and Dan Lambert are going to be back on commentary. And Joe Galli and Dan Lambert and Mischief Mikey Miller here are going to do the Revolution Impact reveal. So what did you think of this Revolution Impact, Mischief Mikey Miller? I liked it. It was a good Revolution Impact. I like what happened to Scooter St. William at the end. I like when Johnny Da Vinci dropped him with the death sentence for the announce table, because that's what Scooter St. William gets for ticking off Johnny Da Vinci. That is something you don't do, Scooter St. William. And yes, as I said, I did give Scooter St. William a spanking afterwards when the show went off the air, and I did make him sit in my lap, and I made Scooter St. William think about what he did. But Scooter St. William, and by the way, Scooter St. William is still going to adopt me as his son at the Memorial Day Massacre pay-per-view. I cannot wait to be a part of Scooter St. William's family. But last night's Revolution Impact was, of course, a 10 out of 10. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up and way up. Great solid show. This is Mr. Mikey Miller signing off, and next week I will be doing the reveal with Joe Galli and Dan Lambert. Good night, everybody. Michael Cole, thank you for watching. And good night, everybody. What's going to happen next week on Revolution Impact? What did Cody Mercer mean when he says Randy Orton is going to pay for RKOing him 3 weeks in a row on Revolution Impact? How is Cody Mercer going to retaliate? What is Cody Mercer going to say in his next promo? And what exactly does Cody Mercer have in store for Randy Orton next week on Revolution Impact? Anyway, you all have a good night, and thank you for watching. This is Michael Cole signing off.